Okay, so I'll admit my biggest bag is Stellar Lumens because of the information I'm going to present to you in this video. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of your Digit Hustle News. And yeah, this video, it's going to be all about Stellar Lumens because I found a great article that not only informs those who may not know what Stellar Lumens is and what they do, but it will reinforce why Stellar Lumens may be the most powerful crypto amongst them all, even if compared to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Like, they have their place, but Stellar Lumens is doing something unlike any other project. And when it comes to the new global economy, one of those pillars that I mentioned in previous videos, it's Stellar Lumens. Let's get into it. Stellar Lumens, also known as XLM, is an open source platform designed as an alt cryptocurrency that would ease money transfers around the world. It was started by Jed McCaleb, who was a co-founder of Ripple and Mt. Gox. Stellar is trying to work with a number of central banks to help them create cryptocurrencies. Stellar has also a working relationship with the Central Bank of Ukraine. As of February 24th, XLM has a market capitalization of $9.2 billion. That makes it the 11th largest cryptocurrency by market cap. One difference between Bitcoin and Stellar is that XLM cannot be mined. There is no proof of work algorithm that has to be solved in which XLM can be earned as rewards. The 100 billion XLM initially created was slashed by half after a deflation mechanism was put in place to counter the 1% yearly inflation. Instead, out of a total 50 billion lumens, 20 million were released into the market, while the Stellar Development Foundation held 30 billion in XLM in their balance. That balance is directed under SDF's mandate to spend or distribute to enhance and promote Stellar. Now, information about their price performance. Before we get into that, I just want to insert this point here. We are still very early on with this cryptocurrency thing. Less than 20 years. Okay? It takes 20 years to build anything. So you can expect in this stage that we are in, how could I sum this up? The first ones to the door are the ones that get shot. Okay. Yeah. I got that quote from a video I was watching last evening, but it spoke to me because that's the truth. That is the truth. You got to think about it like this. Cell phones, Nokia. Nokia was the dominant brand in the 90s. Sony Ericsson, two dominant brands. Everybody thought that they would be it forever. Then Samsung came and Apple, the iPhone. Oh boy, and that's just a small example of how this may work because Bitcoin, Ethereum, they established one form of the technology. But as with us humans, we always like to one-up each other. So there will be massive competitors. What Stellar Lumens does that Bitcoin can't is scale globally. That's what makes this coin, one, very undervalued, and two, massive profits can be made because you're essentially investing in the new currency system, currency on ramps, if you will. But let's continue. Price performance. The Stellar Lumen coin cost about 40 cents. As of recording, I think we're a little bit under that, about 38, 37, but which makes XLM more expensive than other altcoins compared to Dogecoin, which is 6 cents, and Tether, which is usually $1. But so far this year, Stellar has appreciated 209% from 13.2 cents at the end of 2020. And even last month, it is up 56.5% from 26 cents last month on this day. This compares with just a 69% gain for Bitcoin year to date and 53% in the past month. So by comparison, Stellar has risen considerably, comparable to Bitcoin in the past month, but has outperformed it since the beginning of the year. Now, outperformed it since the beginning of the year. Why do you think that is, ladies and gentlemen? First thing we had in January was the stablecoin act. Okay. And now we have all this other regulation. Banks are coming in. Central banks are rolling in, ladies and gentlemen. We have the digital yuan, the euro. There's talks of digitizing the euro. Okay. We already know what's happening over here in the States. Coinbase IPO, Coinbase going public is going to make the spring and the summer very interesting. Okay. Now, continuing. Stellar's work with central banks. The Stellar Development Foundation, which supports the Stellar Protocol, announced in an early January 2021 meeting that it had signed a deal with Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation. The work involves development of infrastructure for the Ukrainian national digital currency. This is what is called a CBDC. In a recent report by KPMG, cited the European Central Bank and the Bank of Japan initiative called Project Stellar. The idea was to study the ability of distributed ledger technology to process large-scale payments. DLT is the same thing as blockchain technology, such as Stellar's protocol. Now, this particular document that they're referring to, the KPMG report, I actually did a video about that. I'm going to put that, it's going to float somewhere on the top right part of the screen. You go to that video, there's a link to that document so you guys can read it. But the deal with the Ukraine Ministry of Digital Transformation helped push Stellar to the 40-cent value level. The market began to realize that Stellar had a good chance at being adopted as a platform technology for central bank development throughout the world. Having one major CBD deal under its belt gives Stellar a lot of credibility in terms of its blockchain platform, but it may have to work harder to get other deals so that the altcoin gains more credibility. Trust and believe, ladies and gentlemen, those deals are coming, okay? Ukraine, Japan, Europe, Asia, Africa, the United States. What more do they need? Okay? We have maybe a year left to fill up on Stellar Lumens and possibly XRP because, yeah, just found out they are releasing a debit card. Who knew? But, yeah, we may have another year left to fill up on Stellar Lumens because once these central bank digital currencies get rolling, they're using Stellar Lumens. Okay? Tax returns will be coming in the form of central bank, in the form of CBDCs. Okay? Paychecks, grants, loans, all of those things. Having child tax credit, whatever they call it, it will be a CBDC. It will be in the form of CBDC. And what will be powering that? Stellar Lumens. So far, Stellar has no celebrity like Elon, who has been championing both Bitcoin and Dogecoin as an alt, as well as making some big tweets about, his buying power and this, that, and the third. But something like that would give Stellar another boost and propel it to the national conversation on cryptos. The fact that Akon's movement didn't do that is a good thing, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be kept quiet, and it's going to be kept quiet until completion. Okay, so it's important that you do research. You got to do research. You have to keep an eye out because they're not going to tell us. They're not. But that's why you come to this channel, because guys like me don't care. I am going to find out. But Stellar is a quieter altcoin in that regard. Nevertheless, it has still outperformed Bitcoin and Ethereum this year. As more and more people become interested in altcoins, their attention will eventually turn to Stellar. And perhaps that will break it into the global top 10. It sits at 11. 11, which is a very special number, ladies and gentlemen. It's patience, alignment, symmetry, perfection, if you will. So it's just waiting. It's just waiting. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you're new to the cryptocurrency space and just so happen to stumble upon this video, I'm not a financial advisor, no, and I'm not necessarily giving financial advice, but I am giving you information that can create financial opportunity. So, in that respect, I think we should all pay attention to Stellar Lumens. Definitely keep an eye on Stellar Lumens. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Once again, I want to thank you for coming back to the channel, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, ring that notification bell. Follow me on Twitter too. I'm trying to build this Twitter account. I'll be posting articles and other things that I find in between videos on there. So if you want even more bits and pieces of information, you want to get at me directly, follow me on Twitter at DigitHustle2821. And you know what I'm about to tell you. As always, have a great day, a prosperous day, and let's make some money. I'll see you in the next video.